Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave and this is my match preview. Yes, it's back, the Premier League is back, of AFC Bournemouth against our team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. So for this game I'm going to be looking at the team news head-to-head, some stats, facts, what I think the starting lineup will be, and of course the prediction. Make sure you leave your thoughts below, what the score will be, and also the first goal scorer, because you never know, you might get that shout out. Just before I get onto that, just a little reminder, make sure you enter the competition with my partners, Casino 36 Sports Bar. They're showing the Andy Rue versus Anthony Joshua fight live with a crowd in their sports bar, and it's a all ticketed event, but you can win for yourself and 3 friends a table of 4 with the tickets and with a burger and a pint. So I'm going to put the card up there for you to enter. I'll put it on the end screen. Make sure that you watch that video and then you leave your entry in the comments. So on to the game itself. Well, it seems like forever since we've had a game, doesn't it? But I can tell you that Wolves have already had 24 games this season in all competitions. We've got another 10 matches before Christmas. So a very, very busy, hectic schedule. Kicking off with Bournemouth and then away to Braga, and then it just goes on, doesn't it? So it's a busy, busy period. And it is after the international break. So a little bit of team news before I get onto the head-to-head. From Wolves' perspective, we know that Adama Traore didn't go away with Spain after his call-up, so he's got to be assessed. Morgan Gibbs-White may be in contention. He's got to be assessed as well. There's a few others, along with Ryan Bennett, who'd been carrying that groin problem. So again, Nuno didn't give him a lot away at his press conference about these, so we'll see whether they're in the starting lineup. And in terms of Bournemouth, well, Josh King, he's definitely out, and also David Brooks is definitely out for this game. Head-to-head. So in terms of the head-to-head, Bournemouth have played Wolves 4 times at home, obviously at their place, and Wolves have never beaten Bournemouth at Bournemouth. I think we've drawn twice, lost 2. So let's hope that can change. Wolves, in terms of the international break, it seems to be one of these things. We'd never seem to be fully on it after an international break. We always have a sort of so-so or below par performance. Again, this hopefully, you know, as one of these things that we've got to hopefully change. So I'll come on to my thoughts of that, but it is after the international break. Wolves have a tradition of being a little bit slow started after the international break, so we'll see what happens with that. Bournemouth have actually only won 1 out of their last 6 league games, but it was at home against Man United when they played them off the park. So if they can beat Wolves, they're looking to record, for the first time since January, back-to-back home victories. They haven't done that since, as I say, since the start of this year. They do, however, have a really good home record. They've only lost once out of their last 7 games at home, and that was against Manchester City. Their last game out against Newcastle, which they did lose in the end, was only the first time they'd lost to a team outside of the top 5 this season so far. And if they do get a scoreless, do shut Wolves out in this game, it'll be the first time ever they've actually had 3 back-to-back games in the Premier League with the opposition not scoring a goal. And interesting, we actually smile, don't we, because Wolves scored a first half goal against Villa last time out, which was the first time in like 12 goals that we scored in the first half. But the Cherries actually are very good at scoring in the first half. They scored 67%, which is a league high of their goals in the first half. Onto some Wolves stats and facts. Now, Wolves are actually unbeaten for a couple of months actually in the Premier League. 7 games in all have not been beaten in the Premier League. If they remain unbeaten against Bournemouth, it will be the first time in the top flight they've done that since February 1974, and we've only lost once in all competitions in the last 12. We've also only won 1 of our last 7 away matches. but that was against Manchester City. And Wolves have also scored in 11 consecutive top flight fixtures, which is the longest run since 1972. And RJ9, the Mexican sensation, Raul Jimenez, has scored 13 goals in all competitions. That's only bettered by Raheem Sterling's 14 goals. And just as Wolves do like making records, they could actually make and equal a Premier League record this weekend. That is, if the game's a draw, they would have drawn 8 out of the first 13 games, which would equal the Premier League record. So, on to the team news and my prediction, and don't forget to leave yours as well. So, team, Patricio in goal, Cody, he's obviously going to be in centre of the back. I don't think he's going to bring in Bennett. I think Bennett's still a little bit touch and go. He's probably going to leave him a little bit longer. We brought him back before and then he didn't work out. So I think he'll stick with Saiss and Dendoncker. And then the wings are going to be interesting. Johnny Otto, I know that Doherty's been away, but it's going to be Johnny Otto and Doherty, I think. Some of the team just pick itself. In the middle, we've had Moutinho and Neves that have been away. But they did have some. They didn't play all the matches in those, so I will expect he will start Moutinho and Neves. Morgan Gibbs-White may be on the bench and may get some game time towards the end of the match, depending on. And then you're looking up front, Raul Jimenez. He's probably travelled the furthest, played a lot. Although he only came on at the end of Mexico's last game, but he has done a lot of travelling. He will only have arrived back either yesterday or today. Obviously, the game's on Saturday. Got to be assessed at how he is in terms of, you know, tiredness, jet lag, and stuff like that. Will he start up front? I know Nuno will want to start him. I have a feeling that he probably will start him up front. So we're just going to stick with Raul Jimenez, and then we're going to go Jota. You know, he got a little bit of game time when he was away, and that, I don't know, that new guy, Ronaldo, sneaky little rascal, nicked his goal off him. And then on the right hand side, will Traore be fit? That's the question. So if Traore's not fit, who's going to come in there? Will it be Catrone? Or will he go with someone like Pedro Neto, or, you know, one of the academy guys? I think if Traore's fit, he'll want to start him, but we will see how he is. So these are the permutations that we're not sure. What do you think the team will be? In terms of score prediction, I talked about it before. Wolves, traditionally under Nuno, haven't been the greatest after the international break. We've not had the best results. I can't actually remember us winning a game after the international break. Tell me if I'm wrong there or not, if we did win a game after the international break. But I'm going to go, because I'm feeling positive, I'm going to go with Wolves win 2-1. And I think Neves is going to score another one again, because he's bang on with it now. He hadn't scored for ages. I reckon it, you know, it's like a buzzer till come by. And Jota's going to score. He's going to get that monkey off his back, literally, that he's done everything right, hasn't managed to get the score. He's going to score, and then he's going to do like he did last year. He's going to be on fire after that. So that's what I'm thinking. Leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to enter the Casino 36 Sports Bar competition. It will be on the end screen as well for you to click when we get to that. And yeah, until the next time, like, love, share, comment, hit the bell because you're always first and notified, and I'll see you on the next one. For myself, Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.